Yo, and we got another video. This time it's Academics saying he's scared of Rock Nation. Does he have a right to? Let's see what he has to say.
Rock Nation is intentionally harassing, bullying, trying to take down many young. Listen, they're not me. Again, I don't got money to bang with Rock Nation. I don't want to go to war with them. I told y'all that already. I'll apologize to JC. I'm good. I know how to pick my battles. That's why I'm undefeated in my eyes because I don't take losing battles. Rock Nation is out here deleting people's pages, bullying, doing a lot of things that in hip hop, all those people who hate me, they would normally call out, but not one of them are calling those people out. So it becomes upon me, and I'm like, all of these guys that when they be talking shit about me, I let them talk shit about me, nobody ever steps in. Rock Nation is now bullying other young creators who they're reporting regular shit, and nobody's saying a word. For that reason alone, I don't know if I want to talk about Rock Nation today. You know why? Because when y'all don't hold everybody else to the fire, when they're cowards, and I stand up here and I say everything, and y'all know they criticize me and use everything to my detriment. When y'all don't hold them other cowards to the extent of it, actually, let's talk about it. Because you know what? I'll call people out. I'm a little lit. Perfect. And I'm going to challenge the Joe Budden podcast. I'm going to challenge the Breakfast Club, especially the Breakfast Club. Because a lot of y'all shit seem to be coming from a heavy Rock Nation influence place. I'm challenging the Breakfast Club, Joe Budden. And again, nothing wrong with Joe Budden's podcast, but I'm only calling them out because of their size. You guys have a very huge platform.
Academics is right. These guys are massive. See, the thing about these people, they are cowards. He's right about that. But they are people who are trying to safeguard their own money, their own brand. But the last thing you want to do is go up against a giant like Jay-Z. And this has reminded me of what happened with Diddy. When everything that came out about Diddy was coming out, Joe Budden was silent. Breakfast Club was silent. Nobody said anything. It was all over the damn news. It was all over X. But when it came to those big publications, those big mainstream YouTube channels like Breakfast Club, Joe Budden's podcast, they never said a word. They were absolutely silent. And I think what they were doing, they were waiting to see what was going to happen, because they didn't want this guy to come out unscathed and then he punished them. For real life, they're scared of Diddy. They were scared of Diddy. They scared that this stuff, they were scared it might just blow over. And when it blows over, Diddy comes after them, man. He starts punishing them like he tried to do with Wendy Williams. You remember that? Wendy Williams came up with a couple of things about Diddy, and then, he was trying to get her fired, and, he did quite a lot to her, man, He literally punished her. Somehow, some way, he had the power to do it, and, they didn't want to cross Diddy. But now that they're seeing Diddy's cooked, he's there. He's in jail now. Everyone starts talking. Joe Budden starts talking. The Breakfast Club start talking. Charlemagne starts talking. Oh yeah, Diddy. We ain't gonna see him the same way. Like blah blah blah. Like man, come on. You were silent for a long time. Very silent for a long time. Until you see this guy locked up in prison, then you start talking like, oh, he can't harm us now. He's in prison. Well, academics. To his detriment, he was talking about it, even though he's sitting down there in his mama's basement and no one can find him and harm him. And I'm joking. He's not in his mama's basement, he's in the mansion. But he might as well be in his mama's basement because he's always in that basement area in his mansion, eating his DoorDash food. But I'm clowning him a bit, man. But yeah. Academics, he was brave enough to talk about the Diddy stuff, man. I mean, that's why he got the lion's share of the views. I remember he was covering it, and he was like, well, nobody's covering the Diddy stuff? There were other people covering, like maybe Tissa Tells, but they weren't really as big as Academics. Academics is like putting his brand to the fire when he was actually covering all the Diddy stuff, because everyone else is watching like, whoa, he covering it. I'm not covering it, man. This guy comes out unscathed, we're doomed. Academics, he don't care. I think he's made enough money right now where if something happened, he can just chill out and relax for the rest of his life. But as far as like people like Joe Budden, Breakfast Club, they weren't putting anything at risk, so they didn't cover it. The same with the Rock Nation. They looking at Jay-Z as like this big juggernaut type dude. They're saying, no, we ain't going up against him. I mean, someone like Joe Budden, he's had his running with Jay-Z's before, and he knows not to cross him. I mean, not even not to cross him. Like Jay-Z's done him dirty. And that's the power of Jay-Z. But the way Rock Nation is right now, they are moving like they are the mafia. They try to control the narrative of everything on the internet to a point where even when it doesn't suit them, they look like they're deleting channels now, which is crazy. I didn't believe that they can happen, but it might just be small channels. It couldn't be a big channel because they couldn't go after. I mean, Academics is scared, so even he might think that his channels are at risk. He's been doing some weird things now as well. Like, I don't know why he's been not broadcasted on the King Academics channel. He's broadcast on the Academy channel. I don't know if that's just a safeguard one channel, just in case someone attacks him. Because there's been a lot of weird things going on in his life where there's people being sent to his house, SWAT teams, and it's odd. I don't know if it's some Diddy fan or some Jay-Z fan or just a regular hater doing it to him, but this internet podcasting stuff, it is dangerous, man. You don't know what's actual just content for content's sake or where it becomes an actual liable lawsuit and people trying to get people killed. This is the internet right now. We're in a new era where people making videos, but these videos can literally get you killed. And at one point I was just like, YouTube was YouTube when I was growing up. It was just fun and entertainment. Now it's really dangerous. So you have to be careful. So yeah, that's good for calling out people like Joe Budden's and Breakfast Club, man. I respect that. And yeah, I'm out.